Hi. In this video, you're going to learn about all of the words for you in Spanish. And this is our last video on subject pronouns. Doing a deep dive into the word you is the last thing we need to learn about subject pronouns this year. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn all the different words for you in Spanish. And then we often use that to ask questions, right? What's your name? Or how are you doing? That kind of thing. So we are going to learn how to use these different forms of you to ask for people's names, ages, where they're from, and how they're doing. All right, let's get started. So we already know a couple of forms of you. We know that we use tú for the informal register in Spanish and usted for the formal register in Spanish, but we also have different words for you if we're talking to more than one people, like we're saying, hey y'all, or you guys. So for that, we would use a plural form of you in Spanish. Ustedes is the one we're going to learn about, but I want you to be aware also that there's a word for you in Spain, vosotros. And those are both plural ways of saying the word you in Spanish. So to recap, tú is informal, usted is formal for those registers. Ustedes or vosotros in Spain are used to talk about, to talk to a group of people, like how are you guys doing or where are y'all from, okay? So let's start with asking about people's ages. For informal, ¿cómo te llamas? Tú, the tú is optional. For a formal register, ¿cómo se llama usted? And if we're talking to a group of people, like what are your names? ¿Cómo se llaman ustedes? Again, ustedes is optional. So let's look at these differences. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? ¿Cómo se llama usted? ¿Cómo se llaman ustedes? All right, let's ask about people's ages. How old are you? Okay. ¿Cuántos años tienes tú? Tú is optional. ¿Cuántos años tiene usted? Usted is optional. And ¿cuántos años tienen ustedes? Again, ustedes is optional for like how old are all of you guys, right? So tienes, tiene, tienen. There's the differences there. All right, where are you from? For the informal register, de donde eres tú. The formal register, de donde es usted. And if I'm talking to a group of people and I say I want to say where are all of you guys from, de donde son ustedes? De donde eres? De donde es? De donde son? And finally, what if I want to say how are you? For the informal register, ¿cómo estás? Tú. The formal register, ¿cómo está usted? And if I'm talking to a group of people, say I'm a teacher and I'm talking to all my students and I want to say, how are all of you right now? ¿Cómo están ustedes? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo están? All right, in the space here in your Cornell notes, write a summary of what you just learned in this video. Adios.